When it comes to one-year-old Mariah Cartavius, you are not.
Space, the final frontier. It's 5 years.
And welcome to Now Trending right here on 24/7 Miami Radio. You can catch us in a few different places. You could catch us at 247miami.tv. You can find us on facebook.com/Now Trending 247. You can also find us on Periscope at Now Trending 247 as well. So we're just all over the place. We get around. So as we were playing, we've got a little bit of a different intro going on. And Chris Metal's looking at me asking, what the F kind of, what's playing?
What video game did you get that from?
There's thought behind it. There's method to Producer Drew's madness. And the thing is, we don't want to get thrown off of any internet circuit today. So therefore, we have to, find music that we're allowed to use. Otherwise,
we'll save the other music for later on.
Yeah, we'll save it for at least once we just get started. Otherwise, they're usually good about that. We can do media illegal things later on in the show. So it is Monday, June 19th. Welcome back to Now Trending here on 24/7 Miami Radio. I am Joy Canizero, your host, and I've got my lovely co-hosts here, Siobhan K.
Part of my last name?
Yes, that's what you're known as. That is your Now Trending name, Siobhan K.
No, Siobhan's fine.
I thought we did. I thought we agreed this a long time ago. We settled this. It was your birthday yesterday. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Happy belated birthday.
Everybody bring a cake?
Yeah, where's my cake? I want some candles to blow out.
I thought Meadow was bringing in cake.
Nobody told me.
Yeah, we did. You didn't get the message?
No.
I don't think you get any of our messages. I think you really need to go back into all your devices.
Two L's in the email. I told you.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Then that was Drew who sent the email. We've also got co-host Chris Metal in the building.
Hello, everybody out there. Hello.
So everybody, you can also find Chris Metal at Chris Metal Radio. It's chrismetalradio.com, correct?
Very good, Joy.
I am catching on. I am on it today. And then we have lovely producer Drew running things with his big bad Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shirt today.
Everybody's lovely today.
It is. We are lovely. I'm in pink too as well. We have special guests coming in. As we announced last week or the week before, we have officially partnered with the Susan G. Komen Foundation. So we are going to have representatives from them coming in today, just to give everybody an idea of their foundation, what they represent, and what we look forward to bringing you all in the future when it comes to Now Trending and the Susan G. Komen Foundation. So I can't wait. I'm excited about that. Is everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Contain your excitement, guys.
Okay, if you say so.
But it is. No, we have the walk coming up, the cure for the cause, which is going to be coming up in October, which is what we're really, targeting. And I can't wait to be a part of it. Aren't we all? We're going to discuss this where we're all the whole 24/7 Miami Radio Network. We're going to get out there and go race for the cure. Okay. Lou, you ready to run?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. And we want to just say welcome again to our listeners out there, our listeners and viewers now. Thanks courtesy to Facebook Live and Periscope. You can now see us as we are here doing our radio show. So as always, we want our listeners and viewers to join in with us. We have lots of stuff to talk about every day, today especially. So we want everybody to join in. Please post your comments, your remarks. Everybody's opinion matters here sometimes.
Maybe.
If we agree with you.
Depends what mood I'm in. So today's been a good day. So everybody will matter today. But anyhow, the title of our show today, it's a great day to be alive. Don't you guys think so?
Absolutely, every day.
Every day is a great day to be alive.
We'll live this one today.
Huh?
We'll live this one today.
We will. We're going to get into also some reasons why it's a great day today to be alive. Yesterday was Father's Day. Happy belated Father's Day to all of our listeners and viewers out there. Drew.
Yo.
What did you do for Father's Day? How was Father's Day?
Good. I worked.
Don't we? It's the American way now.
Yes,
Oh.
yes, I work.
So it's like, you know what, now it's like the way you have to view it is we got to be thankful that dad has a job. It's a happy Father's Day.
Uh-huh.
It seems like the type of world we're living in.
Yes, I have to work.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it was a half day, so I'm cool with that.
Awesome. Oh, good. Our special guests are here. They're on time. Lou,
No, they're not.
happy belated Father's Day.
Thank you.
And how was your Father's Day?
Okay.
He says
Okay.
okay.
It was. Okay. I'm glad
He's all the way across the room.
Wait, I have to ask, did your kids give you Father's Day gifts?
Oh, yeah, yes.
What did you get? A tie? That's always-
Socks.
No?
What's the common gift
Jaws
these
and
days?
sock. It's actually a chair, but I haven't ordered it yet. I was told I can order my own chair, so that's what I'm gonna get.
Okay.
But that seems to be like the thing of the times.
A chair.
Yeah, like, well, not.
Well, it's for
It
the
could be like a
it's for the
swivel chair. It could be a
office.
desk
Yeah,
chair.
what kind of chair?
for just chair.
It could be a recliner.
Because the chair I use now, it sucks. So they noticed that it sucked, and they said, "Okay."
You get the
it's
ones that has the massager in it in the back. The plug you
Those
plug it in the
nice,
wall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
what kind of
those.
chair are you going to
That
buy?
one, dude.
What kind of chair are you sitting in?
I don't know. I'm shopping Amazon like like a beast trying to find something decent.
But I mean, you're looking office chair, like
Yes.
recliner, comfy home.
Oh no, just a chair that's so I can do my thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Lou,
What's
did
your
you
thing?
get a
We're
tie?
trying, we're trying to get details here, and you're really being.
It's a family.
not one
It's
of-
a family show.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, is it one of those chairs that the kids can't say you're gonna lock in the closet? That's why the wife said, "Go
Why
ahead
you
and
thought he
order."
told us to lock the door? That's
Lou,
my
what kind
chair.
of gifts did you get? He got a whole lot of nothing. Okay, he got love though. Your kids are loving. They give you everyday love. He just said,
No, they don't.
he said at least he would have loved to get a tie. No, the one thing though, like my grandma Canizero always taught me. I wasn't like I said, my dad and he remarried and whatever. But my grandmother always taught me, even like if you're not close to the person, like relative wise, you always at least send them a candy bar.
Okay.
Always. That was it. I'm just saying, just always.
Interesting.
You do the right thing, but send them a card and a candy bar. If you
To any
can't do,
particular candy bar?
I like Mr. Goodbar, but no. Hopefully, one that person likes.
No, when they don't like, so that they'll give you the candy bars.
Yeah, exactly. So again, today's a great day to be alive. So every day is a great day to be alive. So since every day is a great day to be alive, you really do need to stop each day and smell the roses. Meaning, even on your worst day, just stop and take at least 5 minutes just to reflect back on your day and just recognize one thing that was positive and that you were grateful for. And I honestly even recommend writing that down in a journal. So when you need a boost in life, you go back and read it and you don't feel like that loser that your parents think you are. You think?
Wow.
Speak for
Yeah.
yourself.
Out of nowhere.
So again, today's Monday, June 19th. And in addition for a great day to be alive, guess what day it is, guys?
Monday.
Monday.
It's
You just
World
said it.
Sauntering Day.
It is World.
Oh, were you going to say that?
I was.
Oh, because I
Because-
did my show on that this week.
That is awesome because you know why? That's my daughter's holiday. I even wrote that down here. One that my daughter should be celebrating is World Sauntering Day. Do you guys know what sauntering is?
Isn't it like sashaying or something?
Sashaying?
Sashay?
What is
Shante?
sashaying? Shante? Oh, you mean like strike a
Yeah.
pose type thing?
Yes.
No, sauntering is walking slowly, like at your own pace with no need for urgency.
We call it laziness.
But today is world, not just national. It's World Sauntering Day.
So it's laziness.
So, but that drives me nuts. You have a daughter. They're
Wait,
getting older.
wait. Before you go on,
Yeah.
since I did my show on this, I have the notes in front of me.
Yeah.
What show?
Day by day.
Day by
Day.
day.
Day by
Podcast.
day
By
by
day.
day.
So
By day.
the creator of World Sauntering Day has rules. Did you know this? For sauntering.
No.
And these rules are to wear comfortable clothing.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
Never saunter with a small dog. I don't know why.
I guess because they maybe they
Still sauntering.
Maybe it goes too fast.
it's just moving slowly.
Also, never saunter with a dog so large that a lady can't carry it. So I don't know what kind of dog that would be.
Okay, is this like a lady thing or is this for
No,
everybody?
No, it was invented by a man who felt
Exactly.
that you should stop and smell the roses and enjoy the world around you.
Right. Like example, here, like my daughter.
dog.
This is why I say this is a day she should be celebrating. Each time I go to pick her up at school and say I have to get to work right after, she walks to the car as if
She saunters.
she saunters. That's what it is. You walk like there's no need for urgency. You just and I will sit there in front of the high school, honk, 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 right? And she'll just sit there. But yeah, so it's World Sauntering Day. Not only is it World Sauntering Day, it's Garfield the Cat Day.
Oh.
Very cool.
It is, and it's Monday. Didn't Garfield hate Mondays?
Yes.
Hated 'em.
He hated Mondays.
Hated.
And so the reason why it is Garfield the Cat Day, because in 1978, Garfield the Lazy Cat made his debut. The first Garfield comic strip by Jim Davis appeared in 41 newspapers on that day. It currently holds the Guinness World Record of the world's most widely syndicated comic strip. Who doesn't love Garfield?
Yep. Aw.
Sorry.
You always have
How
to
can
be.
you not like
Sorry,
Garfield?
sorry.
How can you not like Garfield? He loves
Sorry.
lasagna. He hates Mondays.
We named our dog Odie.
Yeah. Didn't everybody
Nice.
name their dog Odie? At one point-
Sorry.
It was my favorite comic strip when I was a kid, along with Peanuts and Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah. I don't think it's still around to this day.
But it was great, and
Sunday.
I really funny when that I'll never forget. There's 3 boxes in the comic, and it shows John just sitting there with his coffee, and Garfield's walking by, like tossing this ball of yarn up in the air, and John says, "Oh wow, I have a sweater that same color." And the next box is Garfield's got that look on his face, like not anymore.
Yeah.
Brilliant, you know what I mean?
Wrong.
It was. For it to last this long and for it to be in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most widely syndicated comic
I
strip.
was gonna say it's got to be everywhere.
Yeah, come on, Drew. Catch up with us.
Seriously,
Catch up with the cool people, man.
which ones do you like? What do you like? Prince Valiant?
He's right. No,
Shoe?
I like Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah, it's not in as many papers anymore.
No,
it's
it's
not in syndication as much.
What was the other one? The lady, the girl with the long hair. She had
Kathy?
Wait, Kathy, yeah.
God.
But you know what's funny is kids, like the comic strips, they were geared, the language, it was geared for adults. I mean, it was meant for
Yeah.
adults to read. However, kids could take it and it was funny.
Yeah.
Still, it was just something amusing. It was
adults could
something
see through
special. They could
know?
see through it. And I think it was just, I think us as kids, it was cool to like be able to read something in the newspaper.
Like The Far Side.
Yeah, like the Far Side.
Right.
Far Side is good. I'm in the Far Side.
Or what's Family Circus?
Ah, yeah.
Mhm.
Dennis the Menace.
Gotta love it. Oh, yeah.
Marmaduke.
Marmaduke's another good one. So in
Blondie.
addition to it, yeah, that was a good one too. In addition to it being Garfield the Cat Day, it's also National Eat an Oreo Day.
Oh my God.
So we can go and eat Oreos all day today.
Do we
It's
have
allowed.
Oreos? Did
Let's
anybody
say
bring them?
them.
in?
No, you know what? I meant to stop by. Burger King has
Stop.
those new State Fair
Oh,
Oreos that are
fried
fried.
Oreos.
Has anyone tried
Oh,
those?
yeah, I'm all set
No.
with that. I've tried them. It's not at Burger King. I've tried them at actual state fairs.
Yeah.
They look delicious, but you can feel your arteries clogging.
Right. I just don't. I mean, to me, it doesn't look delicious, taste delicious. But then I think maybe
one
it's
bite would be
something-
enough. I don't
Uh,
need the whole Oreo.
I'm better with the funnel cake
Yeah.
at state
That's
fairs.
a good one.
Much better.
That is. It is. I don't like a lot of the new State Fair foods. They've tried to. I like old school.
I want to
State
try the
Fair
fried
foods.
bacon. The deep fried butter. Those things.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
Like butter on a
what's
stick.
Yeah, but they do.
Like
They take
Chester,
butter.
just thinking about
Yeah, have
that.
you seen it? Have you seen how they make it? They take a stick of
No.
butter and they
No.
dip it
No.
in batter and then they fry it. And yeah,
And lard.
it's deep fried butter.
Ugh.
Yeah. You
So
know?
in addition to it being also, like I said, Eat an Oreo Day, today is also Juneteenth Day.
You what?
Juneteenth Day.
Juhu?
Juneteenth.
What is
Why
that?
do we know everything? Why is this the side that knows everything?
We know other things too, you know.
Yeah.
No, and this also.
I know what
Right.
happened on this day in history.
Right, and this isn't on this day in
Boom.
history. It's an important day in history. So
School them. School them.
Juneteenth, also known as Juneteenth Independence Day or Freedom Day, is a holiday that commemorates the June 19th, 1865 announcement of the abolition of slavery in Texas, and more generally, the emancipation of African American slaves throughout the Confederate South.
Do you mean abolishment?
Yes.
Abolition.
Yeah, abolition. Right. Abolition of slavery in Texas, and more generally, the emancipation of African American slaves throughout the Confederate South. Celebrated on June 19th, the word is a portmanteau of June and 19th, calling it June 19th. So it's recognized as a state holiday or a special day of observance in 45 states.
Yep.
Never heard of it.
So that's your in this day in history. Yeah, it's been since 1865.
Oh, I must have missed that day in class. I think I
Really?
fell through it.
Interesting of all days to miss, Drew.
I know. Apparently, abolishing days. Are great.
You are.
What do you have? I'm just curious as to what you have in this day of history.
School 'em,
I have
man.
several
School 'em.
things. Thank you
School
very
'em.
much.
School
Give
'em.
us something good.
On
Give
this,
them,
well,
give
this
them.
isn't good, but on this day in 2013, James
I knew you were going to
Gandolfini,
say that. I was
TV's
gonna,
Tony Soprano, dies at age 51.
one of my favorite actors.
He's one of my favorite roles he ever played, obviously, and he also played a great role in that movie Get Shorty. If anybody's seen that movie, he is in that movie. He's got a great role.
Good deal. So yeah, I may he rest in peace, because I just
Yeah.
one of my favorites. Give us one more, because we got to move on to news.
Okay. Britain's King George in the year 1917, King George V, changed his royal surname.
Wow.
Wow.
Did I tell him give me something good?
Yeah, that was.
It is good
It
because
was.
I'm trying to get to the name.
Okay, so is that it for this date in history?
No, on this day in 1953,
I was gonna
Julius
say
and
that
Ethel
one.
Rosenberg executed.
The Rosenbergs.
Ah.
Yep.
Okay, so that was a great transition into our next
You know,
story.
not everything cool happens every day.
No, it
especially on
doesn't.
Mondays,
That's what I'm
you know?
saying. Now we're getting into now trending top news.
Oh,
It's not like a great day for
and-
news.
Garfield hates Mondays.
He does. He really does. However, it is a great day to be alive.
Absolutely.
Like every day is.
We all agree on that.
Okay, so we're ready to start with news, guys.
Mhm.
Okay, so the USS Fitzgerald, part of the destroyer Squadron 15, the USS Fitzgerald, collided Thursday at approximately 2:30 a.m. local time while operating about 56 nautical miles southwest of Yokosuka, Japan, according to a statement from the U.S. 7th Fleet Public Affairs. Several personnel aboard the Fitzgerald were reported injured, including Commander Bryce Benson, the ship's commanding officer, who was transferred to U.S. Naval Hospital Yokosuka and is reportedly in stable condition. However, at that time when it was reported to us, 7 sailors were reported missing. As of Sunday, the search for the missing sailors was ended as their bodies were recovered from the ship. The U.S. Navy has confirmed that all 7 missing sailors of the USS Fitzgerald were found deceased in flooded berthing compartments after the destroyer's collision with the container ship off Japan early on Saturday. We're still waiting on lots of details. The collision was with the cargo ship flag from the Philippines. So far, it is known that the cargo ship made a U-turn and then collided with the USS Fitzgerald. As of this morning, the latest reports are that an hour had passed before the Japanese authorities were notified about this collision. So has anybody been, I mean, this is a lot to talk about when it comes to this story.
Yeah.
Sad.
Shoot.
It is. Because first of all, I don't know if anyone has seen the map of the actual projection of that cargo ship. I mean, it was in its lane. Out of nowhere, it makes this U-turn, comes back around and T-bones the USS Fitzgerald.
Yep.
Questions are raised as the USS Fitzgerald is one of the most sophisticated ships out there when it comes to technology, radar technology. Even in the dark, they even have people watching on guard. So it's a question on how did this happen?
Yep.
Why did it happen? Is another thing. Again, this is a cargo ship. However, ships out there when it comes to maritime law, ships are typically registered in different countries so they can access different areas. So again, this ship was registered and flagged from the Philippines. However, we don't know who the owners of the ship are at this point. They're being very discreet. They won't give any statements. The only statement that the cargo ship company has said is that they're cooperating with authorities. But now, again, as of this morning, it was their responsibility to go ahead and report the accident as soon as it happened. They let an hour pass before even contacting Japan authorities. How does and God bless those 7 sailors. It's very tragic.
I think there's a lot more behind it. I know there's a lot of bad people from the Philippines, a lot of Muslims there. That this could be anything from like terrorism to a navigational error. But based on the U-turn that we saw,
Right.
that this was no navigational error.
I mean, right, we're just making assumptions. I mean, just speaking here as a group, we'd love to hear your opinion on Facebook. We're not on Periscope today, actually. We are on Facebook, but we'd love to hear everyone out there's opinions because things are escalating quickly in this world when it comes to terrorism and things that are happening, and it's starting to spread more. We're seeing a lot of it in England. We've always had lots of Americans, especially, I mean, like our age, middle age, have always kind of been told like we're secure, we're safe, nothing can get like to our side of the ocean. I mean, if that's the case, obviously, if terrorists are after us, they do have to look at other ways, to come at us. And this is definitely, one way. And that's why we think this way. That's one reason why we think it could be. I'm not saying that it is terrorism. Again, that it's one reason that it could be terrorism.
Also a dangerous region of the world, and it's a very busy shipping lane in the area.
Right.
And accidents are common, but this one just doesn't look like an accident.
No, it looks like it was deliberate.
Exactly. So there's more to this, and hopefully they can find some answers, because I mean it's unsettling when it happens anywhere, even if it happens in our own backyard or somewhere around the world. It does affect us one way or another, because we are all Americans, and when Americans attacked in one way or another or involved in some type of event like this, it does hit us in a certain way.
Right,
As
absolutely.
normal citizens. So
It does. And again, and just with the way things have escalated in this country over the past couple of years, well, more than the past couple of years, but again, we're seeing lots of tragic terrorism acts, and we even have, which we're going to move on to shortly, even our own homegrown terrorists. At that point, we're not only combating terrorists from other countries, but we also have our own homegrown implants here. That it's just another, cause for concern. Siobhan, what do you think?
Well, I hadn't seen the image until just now. It looks like it's just the image of the route.
Right.
I saw the damaged ship. But yeah, looking at that, it's like a double U-turn. Like
it was.
They made a full circle.
They made a full circle. Yeah, they were going one way, and it was like they hung a left and then hung a left to just come right back and T-bone the USS Fitzgerald. So again, God bless the poor servicemen that were on there. Not a way you want to go. No. But again, you're in the service, but it's very tragic. Drew, do you want to add anything to that?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Thanks, Drew.
He has been on it all day. So moving on over to Congressman Scalise. Doctors treating wounded House Majority Representative Steve Scalise say his condition has improved from critical to serious. Scalise and 3 others were shot Wednesday morning at a GOP baseball practice in Alexandria, Virginia. The 51-year-old Republican congressman from Louisiana underwent another surgery on Saturday. The hospital treating him said, which was at least his 3rd operation since being transported to the facility. So Scalise continues to show signs of improvement. He's more responsive in speaking with loved ones. The Scalise family greatly appreciates the outpouring of thoughts and prayers, which is what the hospital said on behalf of his family.
Yeah.
But what do we have to say? We weren't here for this situation. We know the shooter. He was taken out during this incident. Again, this was in our own backyard. Now, this is someone, who's in our own backyard, goes to this baseball game, even asks, which party is it that's playing, and then begins to open fire.
Right. Well, I find it interesting that if Scalise hadn't been there, he was the only one who really had a security detail. And so if he hadn't been there, there would have been no security officers to take down the gunman. So in an ironic way, it's good that he was there, but unfortunate that he was the one who took most of the damage, I guess you could say. So anyway, that's that's
no,
that's
he
my
did.
take
Yeah.
on it.
Well, good thing. I mean, that DC police were there.
They were there also, but I think if he hadn't been there,
No. Arlington Police.
Capital.
The Capitol Police.
Yeah,
were there.
Arlington
Capitol
and
Police
Capitol
was a
Police were there.
detail.
Yeah.
They're on Alexandria Police are the ones that showed up.
But this is the world we're living in now, and it's just, what are people really representing? What side are they on? People are claiming they want peace. They want this country to come back together. But then you go shooting up a baseball field
So,
of politicians.
It's funny how CNN and MSNBC barely covered this because the guy ended up being a Bernie Sanders supporter,
right.
and they spent very little time on it.
Right. But it's not, it's something where, and even a lot of people have said, this is the time to put politics aside.
Then they should be reporting it.
Right.
No,
Absolutely.
They did report it. Trust me, I was sitting in my newsroom watching it. They reported it, and there's only so much you can do with it. At some point, you don't want to glorify the guy.
Not at all.
So then they focus mostly on everyone else.
Right. But this definitely is not a way to solve our country's problems.
No.
That, you know what I mean? For anyone to think that it is, it's definitely not a way to solve our problems. It only makes things worse. It was nice to see, Congress, the House of Representatives, after at least be able to come together, and say nice things and just be able to agree, we can all get along here, no matter what our opinions are. This is their jobs. This is what they represent. But you know what? There are times where we all need to come together as one. That's the purpose of this country.
I don't know. I give them a couple of weeks.
I give them even less than that.
Sorry.
Right. Yeah.
We'll go
Until
back.
it's just back. You know what I mean? At the crap throwing.
Yeah.
But you know what it's going to start at. Okay. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
You know what it's going to start at, and it's just work its way down.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we learn.
We shall see. So moving on, North Korea releases Otto Warmbier a year and a half after serving his 17-year harsh prison sentence over in North Korea. Doctors caring for released North Korea detainee Otto Warmbier said he has not spoken or moved on his own since he arrived in the United States on Tuesday, a condition they described as unresponsive wakefulness or persistent vegetative state. The 22-year-old has suffered extensive loss of brain tissue in all regions of the brain. Doctors at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center said in a news conference on Thursday. His parents said they only learned of their son's conditions and what North Korea just is calling a coma only last week. So earlier Thursday, his father said he rejected the regime's explanation that his son fell into a coma after contracting botulism and after taking a sleeping pill back in March 2016, which was right after his trial for stealing a political banner. So did you guys see the condition this young man was brought back to us in?
Yeah, it's tragic. It really is.
You know, and doctors here are saying that they've shown no signs of botulism, as North Korea is stating.
No, this guy got clubbed in the head several times, or kicked in the head several times because of what he did. But that's just it. It's what he did. You know what I mean?
Right. And it wasn't
this
that
is kind of on him of the consequences and the fallout from what he did. Because if he doesn't know how bad of a country that is before he went.
Absolutely.
You know, I feel bad for the kid. I feel bad for his dad and the other Americans that are still held there. But, I mean, look what you did. I mean, you didn't steal a pack of gum out of the store.
True.
You pulled down a propaganda-filled poster that you were going to somehow smuggle home. For what?
Right, for what?
Couple $1,000 or something?
Yeah,
20,000?
absolutely.
Sold yourself out for 20,000. You'd be lucky if you ever wake up again and talk normally. And I feel,
I don't think he's ever going to. I think, you know, and he was highly respected in his community, and everybody just has a lot of great things to say about him. Siobhan, what do you think? Did you see, I mean, he came back to us in a stretcher. He was, I don't know, did you guys see the recap of the trial? You know, when he was, you know, he was crying and begging, pleading, saying he's sorry.
He could barely walk.
You know, but then again, after, I mean, he comes back to us. And again, we don't even know why they've released him. Obviously, I guess they just didn't want to take care of him in the state is my...
Two words.
I think they probably don't want him to die on their watch.
That.
Right.
And Dennis Rodman.
I was just going to say, that's where I was moving to.
I don't think Rodman had anything to do with it.
I'm
because
sorry.
There's three other Americans there.
I'm sorry. There's just two coincidences that he shows up and the guy.
The next day. Well, it was like, no, he showed up. It was like the next day or 2 days later. Oh, it was the same day?
I think so.
The two unrelated events.
In order to process him and get him out and fly him out, they knew he was coming.
Okay, well, like I said, that's where I wanted to merge on to next is Dennis Rodman, his relationship with the North Korean leader. Do you think he has any political stance when he says no? It's all sworn. I mean, and to me, I don't think how he could possibly be someone. But you know, but again, you can't judge a book by its cover. We don't know his real relationship with him.
They're buddies.
They are buddies.
They
but do you think that he has any influence on Kim Jong-un with some of his decisions based on?
No, I don't think he has influence on them.
You know, like, hey, we're friends. Like, Siobhan, come on, don't
Yeah.
do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think they knew the kid was in trouble, and they somehow got Dennis over there and they let him go. It's a distraction, so they let him go, and Dennis came over and hung out and partied and went home.
Party.
yeah.
Well,
so go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't know if it's true or not, but I read a story that says that Dennis Rodman brought gifts for Kim Jong-un, including a mermaid puzzle and a Where's Waldo book.
Yeah, and he also brought him Donald Trump's book. Also, one of Donald Trump's books. He brought him.
Those seem like personal gifts you give your friend.
I wasn't sure that he could speak English or read English.
Well,
I'm sure there's
you
translators.
don't need
but
to
here's-
read English to find Waldo.
And he really loved these two. Really have a great relationship. They love each other. They've been on
You don't
camera
need
before.
You don't need English to read Walter.
Yeah.
You know, to find Waldo. Anybody can find him.
Hey, over here.
Red target.
Fire missiles.
You're right. We're going to go ahead. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we have our representatives here from the Susan G. Komen Foundation. We can't wait to get them on the air and tell us about our new exciting adventure and what we look forward to coming in the future. So make sure you guys stay tuned right here. We're on Facebook Live at Now Trending 247. We're also on 247miami.tv. So stay tuned. We will be right back.
The views and opinions expressed on Now Trending are those of hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station,
On 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yay! 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 Hiya, this is Harley Quinn, and you're on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yay! Yay! Yay!
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hey, it's the guys from the couch, and we're coming to you now live on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with your favorite segments like Simple Jack and W. Dubai Knows It All. Catch us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. live on 247miami.tv.
We talk about sports.
And other things.
Like what? W eating chips. I can't put these chips down. 247miami.tv.
The couch.
Hello, everyone. This is Drew from Now Trending. And usually I'm driving the bus in the show, keeping it from riding off on the rails. Every Monday from
4 to 6.
on 247miami.tv.
Oh, boys! I'm back!
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Roy from The Roy O Show. Just letting you know, guess what? The Roy O Show, it's back, baby. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be Prosper, O, and yours truly covering everything. Sports, TV, entertainment, comics, Walking Dead, you name it, we're talking about it. Join us this Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. only on 247miami.tv.
It's now trending. Make sure you catch a new episode every Monday from 4 to 6 on 247miami.tv.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday.
Join me, Siobhan, every Sunday for the latest episode of Day by Day. From Alzheimer's Awareness Month to International Bacon Day, find out what's happening this week and how these observances got started.
Each day.
Because each day counts.
Day by day, by day.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Oh, boys! I'm back!
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Roy from The Roy O Show. Just letting you know, guess what? The Roy O Show, it's back, baby. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be Prosper, O, and yours truly covering everything. Sports, TV, entertainment, comics, Walking Dead, you name it, we're talking about it. Join us this Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. only on 247miami.tv.
Out trending every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
This is Chris Metal here for Now Trending, coolest show on 247miami.tv. Join us every Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Joy Canizero, your host, Drew Dawkins, Siobhan, and Chris Metal. Every Monday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern on 247miami.tv.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hiya, this is Harley Quinn, and you're on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yeah, yeah, yeah!
Joy! Pump it up! Hey. Come on, here we go! Sunshine! What else? Rain! Oh, yeah, here we go! Joy! Come on, here we go! Pump it up! Sunshine!
Welcome back to Now Trending right here on 24/7 Miami Radio.
Well, I'm the new kid. I'm just coming up.
Okay, and we are back. That was a quick break we had, and we have, as we were discussing before we left, and as the past couple of weeks, we have been talking about our partnership with the Susan G. Komen Foundation, and we have two very lovely representatives from the Susan G. Komen Foundation here today. Ladies, welcome to Now Trending. We're so happy to have you, and introduce yourselves.
Thank you, Joy. Sherry Martins Curtis with Susan G. Komen, along with my partner in crime, Rebecca Toriani. Hello.
Awesome. And so what do you ladies do with Susan G. Komen? Tell us about your positions.
Actually, I started back, and one of the most important positions I ever took with Susan G. Komen is being a volunteer. Started with Susan G. back in 2005. I really searched hard for an organization that I felt not only did something about breast cancer, but took action about breast cancer. I found that the organization, because 75% of the funds that are raised stay local and actually are put into mission, meaning they provide services from diagnostic testing to mammograms to actually chemotherapy treatment. I said, this is the organization I need to be part of. This is the organization I want to raise funds for. This is the organization I want to talk about on a daily basis. At the time, I had a business with my mom, and we went pink. We did lots of fundraising. We did lots of education with our own staff. And we said, you guys need to get checked. We need to be more diligent. 1 in 8 women actually will get breast cancer. And we're an organization about women, beauty business, sold hair care products all around South Florida. And unfortunately heard a lot about breast cancer until it actually hit home for me when my mom found out she had breast cancer. I probably thought we were a little immune to it. You know, breast cancer happened to somebody else. Breast cancer is a disease that most people can fight and maybe live through. Unfortunately, I found out that that wasn't true either. My mom died the following year. And I said, no more. I've got to get out there. I've got to do something different. So I started even raising more funds, became passionate, passionately pink, I like to say. And through this journey of mine, I actually got even more involved in Susan G. Komen by becoming on board in the board of directors and took a full-time position in April with the organization. Met wonderful people. It was sort of my golden button. It helped me through my journey of pain and allowed me to be able to cope with my mom passing and realize that the 38 years that we spent together were the present that I got. I learned how to live life like I mean it, not take any moment for granted, and know that health is the most important gift that we do have. And when you take that for granted, it can actually pass you by. You need to be there. You need to be diligent. You need to eat the right things. You need to do the right things. And you can never, ever, ever think that there is an opportunity that you will not take advantage of, and put your hand out there. And really the message to me when my mom passed away was, you know what? Let other people know that there is a journey and that there is hope, and be courageous about it. And that's what Susan G. Komen did for me. It allowed me an opportunity to say, let's do this together, ladies. We can beat breast cancer. And that's what I've actually had the opportunity to be able to do, is really offer that support to so many who can't afford it through my fundraising and also through education, cause more people to get screened. And when you catch breast cancer early, you're at a situation where, believe it or not, 98% of people will beat breast cancer. So if we can catch it in that early 0 stage or stage 1, we can make sure that people say, hey, I survived breast cancer. Last summer, I was able to meet Rebecca, and she joined the board, and she is just full of life and ready to help us crusade around town. So I'll let her share her story too.
Awesome. That was a great story, though. Thank you for sharing that with us. Rebecca, yeah, tell us about your.
Well, that's kind of hard coming after that.
I know. I feel so warm in here. I just want to go give her a hug.
I'm like, I should have went first. Pretty much I started about a year ago, and I actually used to be in work in real estate, do some did marketing and a lot of graphics, and I kind of got into this cause mainly because of my grandmother. Something that wasn't really discussed in my family was when she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She was actually diagnosed with breast cancer when I wasn't even born. So this was something that she battled on her own with her own family, and she's so strong and really just, took it honestly by storm and really pushed through and, only focused on her family and really just, I commend her, and I mean, she's just an amazing woman. I mean, you look at her, and everyone always thinks she's like my mom because she literally, I mean, she's amazing. She looks young. She lives life to the fullest and everything like that. So that was one of the things that I've always been the type of person where I really wanted to help out the community and really be involved and do something that meant something that that was meaningful. And so when I came across Komen, I really wanted to get kind of find my way and my niche in Miami and everything like that. And so Sherry kind of brought me along in this journey, and I've been happy ever since, really helping women every day. I mean, you just hear these stories of people just thriving and surviving and just their battle and everything like that, and just empowering to just see their strength and everything that they've gone through, and just to really come on top, from
Absolutely,
everything.
yeah.
So it's really empowering to really work here, and just it's inspiring. I mean, every day you just appreciate walking through those doors and life especially.
Yeah, absolutely. And you need a good support system, and that's what it seems like you guys provide. For people in this type of situation. Same thing. My grandmother also, she was a survivor of breast cancer. She passed later from another form of cancer, but we lived with that. And it's like you said, how Sherry said, we somehow think we're immune to it. I don't know why, and it seems to be one of the top cancers, especially when it comes to women.
Second cancer.
Second, okay, yeah. You know, and it seems, and I thought even the statistics, you said 1 in 8. I was thinking maybe even like 1 in 4. Like I've been even narrowing it down more. But it's like I said, for some reason we think we're immune to it. We think, oh, it can't happen to us. But as we're seeing, it seems it happened. You know, I have so many friends, and lately it's just like, oh, I've been diagnosed with something, or you know, and it opens your eyes to how we really do need to take care of ourselves, and we're all people who could get it.
Yeah.
You know, so tell us more. You know, how does the foundation work? Because like I said, I know we all need support in these situations. We had a guest a couple of weeks ago. Her mom is going through chemotherapy from another type of cancer, but the discussion was how there's different basic products like her mom needs. You know, it came down even to flavorless toothpaste. You know, she couldn't find it anywhere, but these are basic items that you would think people would need. And the discussion got into how it's hard when you're trying to go through treatment, you know, with cancer. You need to have some type of support system, you know, either friends or some type of organization. Otherwise, how do you make it through? You know, so how does Susan G. Komen, you know, offer support?
Actually, I like to always say that let's unite and fight. Have people be able to call us, and let's figure out really where they need help most. We do have support groups, peer-to-peer groups, where survivors get together on a monthly basis and share things like you mentioned. It might not be something that the hospital would tell you about, but this is what helped me through maybe unfortunately, when you get chemo and stuff, your nails turn a different color and et cetera too. What can you do? What can you eat to sort of on a natural basis fight those type of things? What can you do to fight fatigue? What can you do to, a lot of times sleeping is a big issue because your mind's racing and you have all of these thoughts about, you know, what's tomorrow going to be? How am I going to make sure I'm there for my family and et cetera. So from support groups to exercise groups, we even have organizations that we're friendly with that go out and do rowing together. It's called dragon boating. So we have those type of organizations they can turn on to. We have people who do singing together. To me, you know, when you're feeling down, particularly depends on what song you put in, but when you're feeling down, get that happy playlist going. So they get together and they sing, and that's their form of therapy. There's also support groups that do things like cooking and eating and healthy things like that. So we have those type of things that women can turn to us and find the right organization to turn to. And we also have organizations if they're not feeling like they can actually afford that next step once they do get diagnosed too.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's what I was going to ask next, because that seems to be a big cause too.
That's a huge thing when they get the scary diagnosis and they might have health insurance that's not going to cover all of the treatment that they need.
Right.
Where can they go? Where can they turn to? So the money we raise actually goes through what we call a granting process. Different organizations will send in a grant to us that we put through a very thorough screening review, and it has to have certain measurable outcomes. We have certain things that we want to make sure the community can be there as a resource. We review that for a couple of months, then we're able to share the money that we raise with them, and then they become resources for us. So depending on where someone lives in what county, we actually cover Monroe County, which is the Keys, Miami-Dade County, as well as Broward County. So depending, so depending on where they live, we turn them on to the resource that will be of best for them.
Gotcha. Okay. And then how are these funds raised? Like I know we have.
Race for the Cure.
Yes. I'm excited. Everybody's excited.
Exactly. Put on your pink sneakers, please.
Yes. Because we've seen them for years. I've seen them for years. I have friends who have taken part over the years in different states. So tell us more about it.
I call it one of the most magical things you can go to be honest with you. To have over 10,000 people show up really early in the morning for most of Miami, to be honest, because you got to be down there at 7 a.m. All in like spirit. I mean, they're all there wanting to be part of fighting breast cancer. We walk 3.5 miles around downtown, but we also, I think we throw the biggest pink party there is. We have a huge stage. We've got the sun that is welcoming us as we walk onto Bayfront Park. We start off the ceremony, which is I've gone through this ceremony now going on 12 times. But it's magical. I mean, we're actually 22 years young, but I've been part of it for 12 years. 1,000 survivors line up in the middle of the promenade at Bayfront Park. We give them all a pink rose. They all hold that rose high in the sky. You see the sun rising behind them. And we have a beautiful singer or song person on stage, welcoming them all to come up on stage. And the whole crowd is standing around them, applauding and cheering them on as they start walking down the promenade, all in a celebration of life. And everybody's holding hands. And, you know, it doesn't matter if I just met you 30 seconds ago.
Yeah.
We're all family at that point. Yeah.
Nice. So how can people get involved? Because I know we're definitely, we're excited to be involved. We want to be a part of all that.
We're going to come get you no matter what.
Yes.
Rebecca actually has a lot of information to share about registration and stuff, so I'll let her get into it.
All right. So there's many ways to get involved. Obviously, first off, you can definitely register for race. This is the first step that we always encourage people to do. You know, get your family, your friends, you know, all your colleagues at your job and everything like that to get together and register, form a team. Like we said, it's a really great event and it's beautiful. I mean, the Survivor procession that Sherry is talking about, it's absolutely moving. I mean, it will literally bring you to tears.
Yeah, I know. I already feel I need my
It gives you
Kleenex.
chills. It seriously gives you chills. You just see people just feel like this, you know, overcoming
yeah.
joy come over them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they've overcome so much. And so, you know, we obviously definitely love people to attend and just really experience all that we have to offer in this event. And, you know, one of the main things that we do here in Race is obviously fundraise for all the services that we provide everyone. So for Race, we definitely need people to register. Volunteering is very important. I mean, last year we had about 600 volunteers.
Wow.
It's a huge event and it takes a lot of support and effort, and we wouldn't do it without our volunteers. I mean, they're absolutely amazing, and that's one way that we really encourage people to get involved. If, you know, high school, you know, we really invite a lot of students to come, because I mean, that's a way for them to understand exactly, you know, what our organization is about and what we do.
What's the youngest age they can volunteer?
We're looking at least 10th grade and up.
10th grade and up. Okay. Just to know, because I know a lot of students in high school and they're looking for organizations to
Exactly.
volunteer so they get their hours. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, you know, that's another way that, you know, we ask people to get involved. You know, we obviously want a lot of companies to kind of come and you know, represent and, you know, whether that's through sponsorship or, you know, if they want to come and form a team. We really just try to get as many people involved as possible and you know, just kind of enjoy the event with us and really get to know our cause and what we're really doing here. I don't know if there's anything else you'd like to share.
You want to share the web address?
Yeah, I was
They
going
can
to
find
say,
us?
tell us where where people can sign up to volunteer, people can sign up for the race, get more information.
Well,
give it to us all, Rebecca.
So to register and get involved, our website is www.komen, that's KOMENMIAFTL.org/race. So definitely get on that site. There's a ton of information on how you can get involved, many different ways. Feel free to call our office at 954-909-0454. You can talk to me. You can talk to Sherry. You can talk to a bunch of our staff who are always here waiting to answer any questions, to help people with registering if they're interested in volunteering. If you go to our website, which is www.comenmiaftl.org, that has also information about volunteering and different ways to get involved. So, you know, we have people who are interested in fundraising or they want to put on an event in support of Komen. All that information is on our website. And, you know, we're here to help. There's a ton of information that you can get to see how you can support our organization and how you can support us in the fight against breast cancer. So,
yeah. I mean, everything that Rebecca said, plus 100 times over. We need volunteers. We need people to sign up. We need people to help us fundraise. This is our largest fundraiser. We do smaller events throughout the year. We actually have a Laugh for the Cure coming up in August, which is also on our website for more details. But really, this is the driver. This event helps us be able to do all the things that we were talking about. If it wasn't for this event, we wouldn't be able to do all the things for the community that we talk about. So from a company getting a few people together and coming out and being loud and proud and pink, from a family getting together, uniting and spending the day together. We've got some really fun things happening at the park, from great bands and dance acts to different sponsors who've come out and they share, and they have a wonderful booth that you can come and be part of, from taking murals and making them pink, from taking a photo booth opportunity out there. I mean, it's really just sort of whatever you can think of that could happen down at a park. I mean, we even have some fun things this year. We've got inflatables that kids can go down in slides and do
Only the
basketball
kids?
games.
No.
No, we've actually got inflatables for adults too.
Okay, good.
We've got
Okay, yeah.
a human foosball game going on.
Nice.
We're all there.
Yeah, exactly. So come and be silly with us, but come and help. Come and celebrate life. Come and make our community, make change happen. Be part of action. Be part of what we know our community needs, and we need to hold hands in doing this. So often today we hear bad news. Let's create some good news.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Let's create some good news. And you all have it. You see it there. We've got, again, we're on radio and on Facebook Live. But
Hello.
we do have our lovely, beautiful representatives here from Komen. So you get to see them. A lot of times people, hear about volunteering with different charities or, donating, but they never see a face. They never see a human. So again, we have them here in our studio today, and they gave us all the information. So we're going to put that information on our website as well, on our Facebook page. So this way it is available to our listeners and to our viewers.
And Twitter.
And Twitter, yes, and Twitter and
about it.
everything else that there is now. We thank you guys for coming today.
Thank you
Explaining
so
you
much.
that. We're going to see them every week, different bits, pieces, what we can moving forward. So again, we're excited about this partnership, and we can't wait to catch everybody out at the race. We're going to be out there, so I can't wait.
We'll be out there in our tutus and our capes, our more than pink
Oh, I
capes.
need a tutu and a
Yes.
cape, and I have my
We-
bike.
oh,
and
we
I
have
just-
tutus, we have capes,
We'll
we have
bring
it
you
all.
swag, Joy. We'll
Yes.
bring you
We
some
all,
swag.
yeah,
swag
I'm
for you.
usually that one. Yeah, I'm usually that one. So if you guys want to stay for the next 10 minutes, just to finish up this segment, we're just going to some news.
Perfect.
But yeah, thanks again for that information, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank
That was
you.
for the
great.
chance.
Yes, absolutely. Siobhan, well, before I get to Siobhan, I apologize before she gets to news, but before we did go to break, we were talking about Otto Warmbier, the prisoner who was released from North Korea. He has passed away. Yeah, we were just speaking about it in the condition he came back in. But sorry for all the alerts you guys were hearing, but that's what it was. It was news alerts. But Otto Warmbier has passed away.
Yes, and you can, I already tweeted on our now trending 247 Twitter account. You can read the story about that. So on top of it, Joy.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Siobhan. Go ahead
So
with the news.
now, yesterday, Sunday, the U.S.-led international coalition shot down a Su-22 M4 fighter jet belonging to Syrian Arab Air Force. The Syrian aircraft was conducting an air raid on positions held by the so-called Islamic State when the airbase lost contact with the pilot. At first, technical failure was considered the reason for the aircraft crash. However, Syrian Ministry of Defense later confirmed that it was coalition Air Force that had brought the warplane down. The Syrian plane was bombing the positions of U.S.-backed opposition forces. A rescue and search operation is now underway for the pilot. Today, Russia condemned the downing of the Syrian aircraft, calling it a flagrant violation of international law, and said its forces will treat U.S.-led coalition aircraft and drones as targets if they are operating in Syrian airspace west of the Euphrates while Russian aviation is on combat missions. So it's basically boiling down to keep your nose out of our business, USA. So the U.S. wants to end the terror of ISIS, but of course Russia wants us to stay out. Any comments on that before I move on to more happy news?
Happy news.
I don't actually have happy news. Sorry, guys. My whole thought on this is if Trump was in bed, I say that in quotes, with Russia, then that obviously has not been paying off, as Russia is basically telling us they will fire on us if we are in their space. So anyhow, moving on. A man has died after attempting to carry out an attack on security forces on Paris' Champs-Élysées Avenue. Officials said the attacker rammed his car, which was found to be carrying explosives, into a convoy of police vehicles. There were 2 gas canisters inside the man's car, as well as a rifle and several handguns. A counter-terror investigation has been opened into the incident. No one else was injured in the incident, and France's Interior Ministry said the 31-year-old perpetrator was known to officials. The man was subject to an S-file, meaning authorities were at some point monitoring him for potential links to extremism. Isn't it not funny, haha, but odd, how they always know this person and we're monitoring them, and yet they still carry out these attacks. Unfortunate, but thankfully no one else was hurt in this event. And finally, I know you guys all were like wanting to talk about this.
We have been, yes.
And the LA County Coroner's report released today revealed a mixture of drugs that were in actress Carrie Fisher's system when she went into cardiac arrest on an LA-bound flight and later died. Fisher's toxicology review found evidence of cocaine, methadone, MDMA, better known as ecstasy, alcohol, and opiates when she was rushed to UCLA hospital on December 23rd. The results suggest there was an exposure to heroin, but that the dose and time of exposure cannot be pinpointed. Therefore, they cannot establish the significance of heroin regarding the cause of death in this case. The test revealed that the cocaine would have been consumed within the previous 72 hours, according to the autopsy. 4 days later, on December 27th, Fisher went into cardiac arrest. After 90 minutes of attempting to revive her, officials declared the Star Wars actress dead just before 9 a.m. Her cause of death was listed as sleep apnea with other factors, those other factors being heart disease and drug use. So, there you have it. Is it, and
why is you guys are so disappointed looking?
Her brother says, you know, it's sad, but not surprising.
It's just tragic when you grow up being a Star Wars fan since you were a little kid, and then you read about how one of them died. You know it's cardiac arrest, but then you see all the things that contributed to it, and it just makes you think it's like
it could have been prevented.
You don't know what personal battles people are dealing with,
right?
You know, and they use those opiates and use those things to, you know, I don't know what, to clear their mind, I guess, or whatever it is. But like, you know, it's just tragic as a fan, which, you know.
Right.
Carrie Fisher is one of my favorite people.
Right.
You know.
So, but do you feel disappointed though at the results of the toxicology report?
Well, absolutely. I mean, you never want to see these things drug related because it becomes a choice of what to do.
Right. How do you feel about her though at this point?
I still love her as a human being, and I'm just sad that, you know, decisions were made that.
Right. I only asked this because your tone is so much different than when Jose Fernandez passed, and we found out that it was cocaine in the system. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying it's just, I know, because it was, you know, that was my point, you know.
I kind of knew where you were going with
when thinking, yeah, because I had to get you, Chris, now. But it's just, it is disappointing when we do find these things out. But it's just our opinion after the fact. You know, we were kind of surprised where we had, you know, a large group of people. Well, Jose Fernandez, he was still, you know, this big light and shining. But then when we found out, okay, it had to do with drugs, and, you know, there were some people upset and disappointed and like that. But then when you come to, you know, you have like Carrie Fisher, and then it's like some people are, it's just a different tune.
Carrie Fisher lived her life into her 60s before she passed. Jose is 22 years old, hasn't even begun life yet.
Right, but they were still both bad decisions.
I'm not justifying it either way. I'm just saying he hadn't even begun living yet, because after his baseball career, he would have had many, many other things going on. And, you know, they want to build a big monument for him. It's like he didn't do anything.
Right.
He hasn't. He's done nothing. And sadly, he won't. But Carrie lived a life. She did many, many things before this happened. And again, it still comes down to, you know, choices that people make.
Absolutely. Well, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. But before we take a break, could you ladies tell us where to find you guys one more time before we go?
Go to our website, www.colemanmiafdl.org/race.
That
14th to be exact.
That's right. So that again, that was Sherry and that was Rebecca from the Susan G. Komen Foundation. You guys will be seeing a lot more of them coming around up until the race. Again, we want to thank you so much for coming to our studios today and taking your time out to be a part of our show.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So when we come back, we have the mayor, and we're going to talk about that Money in the Bank with WWE last night, because I just don't agree. And we've got a lot more stuff to discuss later on. Facebook friends, accept them, deny them. We'll talk about it when we come back. So make sure you stay tuned right here to 24/7 Miami Radio. Also on Facebook, where are we at? Now Trending 247. And also over on Twitter, Now Trending 247. Stay tuned.
Quinn, you're
Please.
on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yay! Yay! Yay!
And clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hey, it's the guys from the couch, and we're coming to you now live on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with your favorite segments like Simple Jack and W. Dubai Knows It All. Catch us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. live on 247miami.tv.
We talk about sports and other things. Like what? W eating chips. I can't put these chips down. 247miami.tv. The couch.
Hello, everyone. This is Drew from Now Trending. And usually I'm driving the bus in the show, keeping it from riding off on the rails. Every Monday from 4 to 6 on 247miami.tv.
Oh, boys! I'm back!
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Roy from The Roy O Show. Just letting you know, guess what? The Roy O Show, it's back, baby. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be Prosper, O, and yours truly covering everything. Sports, TV, entertainment, comics, Walking Dead, you name it, we're talking about it. Join us this Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. only on 247miami.tv.
It's now trending. Make sure you catch a new episode every Monday from 4 to 6 on 247miami.tv.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday.
Join me, Siobhan, every Sunday for the latest episode of Day by Day. From Alzheimer's Awareness Month to International Bacon Day, find out what's happening this week and how these observances got started.
Each day.
Because each day counts.
Day by day. By day.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Oh, boys! I'm back!
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Roy from The Roy O Show. Just letting you know, guess what? The Roy O Show, it's back, baby. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be Prosper, O, and yours truly covering everything. Sports, TV, entertainment, comics, Walking Dead, you name it, we're talking about it. Join us this Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. only on 247miami.tv.
Out trending every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
This is Chris Metal here for Now Trending. Coolest show on 247miami.tv. Join us every Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Joey Canizero, your host, Drew Dawkins, Siobhan, and Chris Metal. Every Monday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern on 247miami.tv.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hiya, this is Harley Quinn, and you're on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yay! Yay! Yay!
The views and opinions expressed on Now Trending are those of hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Hiya, this is Harley Quinn, and you're on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yay! Yay! Yay!
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hey, it's the guys from the couch, and we're coming to you now live on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with your favorite segments like Simple Jack and W Dubai Knows It All. Catch us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. live on 247miami.tv.
We talk about sports and other things. Like what? W eating chips. I can't put these chips down. 247miami.tv. The couch.
Hello, everyone. This is Drew from Now Trending. And usually I'm driving the bus in the show, keeping it from riding off on the rails. Every Monday from 4 to 6 on 247miami.tv.
And we're back. Welcome back to Now Trending right here on 24/7 Miami Radio. So we still have another hour left with a lot more to talk about. We have sports coming up. We're about to get the mayor on the line. We've got Chris Metal and we've got Drew Dawkins giving us our sports. And also at the end of the segment, again, we're going to talk about WWE Money in the Bank.
The who?
Exactly. That's how it was. More like who sprayed tandem. It was awful last night. I can't wait to talk about it. But welcome, Mayor.
Don't be a hater. Hey, Mr. Mayor.
Peace. What's going on? Peace. What's happening?
What's the good word?
Everything's everything, man. Happy belated Father's Day and all that to all the fathers and the homies out there doing their thing.
Thank you, bro.
Just trying to maintain it, the vibe, man. You know, looking at the rain and all of that, and there was no pain. I'm chilling. What's good with you?
Nothing. Here to talk a little sports, you know. Get that NBA final that happened maybe just after we spoke last week. Yeah, get your thoughts on that.
Okay. Listen. I don't want to pass myself off as a Nostradamus or nothing like that, but I did make a video saying that the Golden State Warriors would take Cleveland down in 5. I feel like, I knew, or I'm better than anybody else, but if you look at it for what it is, if you're not, if you take the LeBron blinders off, you can definitely see how Golden State was basically going to run through Cleveland. They didn't have nothing for Golden State.
Right.
They didn't have nothing for them. And regardless of how it turned out, I think that the Golden State Warriors deserved it. Kevin Durant got his ring now, and we can move on to bigger and better things. But as far as, trying to make excuses for LeBron, please knock it off.
No, there's no excuse.
Before you get embarrassed, knock it off.
No, they were outplayed from the jump. We knew how it was going to go.
Yes, sir. What up, Drew?
What up, man?
Yo.
How you living, boss? How you living? You all right?
Everything's love. Everything's love.
All right.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Does Durant earn that trophy for MVP?
Of course it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Hey, Drew, you know what? I think that at the end of the day, whatever you try to focus on, Durant, and tried to make him the focal point of the situation, because again, like we all knew, it was his first term, so he made big shots. He disappeared at stretches, but when he showed up, he showed up. And I think game 1, when he was just dunking all over the place, that kind of like to let you believe what was getting ready to happen for the rest of the series. And yes, Kevin Durant did deserve the MVP. I'll say that. Yeah.
I agree. Now, let me ask you this other question. Does it make it any less or more relevant because he didn't win in Oklahoma?
Ooh, hey Drew, that's a good question, Sam. I'm going to say off the top of my head, I'm going to say yeah, because it was expected of him when he left Oklahoma City. He was going to a quote unquote super team, so they were expected to do their numbers. Now, the difference between what Durant did and what LeBron did, Durant didn't beat everybody in the head with it about they're going to win 5, 6, 7, and 8 championships. They just went ahead and handled their business.
Okay.
That's all. But yeah, it's definitely justified, yo. Definitely.
Okay, cool. I agree.
Yeah, and I see a dynasty in the making. I really do.
Day, man?
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
How was your Father's Day? What'd you do?
Oh, we had to play miniature golf, and I won. I'm happy.
You won?
Whatever.
Oh, that's right.
They let you win.
They let you win. It's Father's Day.
I crushed him.
It's Father's
Day. I crushed him, so I'm happy.
Speaking of crushed, Mayor, the Yankees go from winning 6 in a row to losing 6 in a row. This is an abysmal road trip. They went 1-6. Your thoughts, please. I think it's the bullpen.
You know what, Chris, my thoughts on that, my dude, is that reality started to set in. It was all good when Aaron Judge is hitting home runs and everybody's contributing and things of that nature. But Chris, and Drew, as well as anybody, this baseball thing is not a marathon, farm. It's not a sprint. It's not a marathon. It's some extra stuff.
Yep.
You have to have stuff to carry over from month to month. And now I said it on Twitter. Are we seeing the real Yankees now? Because Tanaka's not doing nothing. Okay. Everybody decided to turn their backs off. All those people on the West Coast wanted to see Aaron Judge come home and play. That was all fine, one make good. But you let the Angels beat you 2 out of 3. You let Oakland sweep you. The Oakland A's.
It seems.
Oakland ASS, Chris.
Yeah, but it seems as soon as Sabathia, as soon as Sabathia went down with his injury, it seems like they just the wheels fell off because he lost the game that he played.
It's starting to get real. It's starting to get crazy. I'm not saying it's ugly yet because we still have some time to go and things of that nature. But I said it before the season started, Chris. I said I picked the Yankees to finish 3rd in the East. You know what I mean? I mean, this nice run through April and May and the beginning of June was nice. But the dog days are coming, family. And we know what happens in them dog days. It's time for the real ones to show up or shut up.
Yeah, and their lead, they're now in a virtual tie with the Red Sox. They got one game up in the loss column, but I mean it's not looking good. I mean,
it's not looking good at all.
No, they're in trouble.
For all Yankee fans out there, I know there's a lot of them down there in the Miami area. Hold your head. You know what I mean? Let's get through this little period right here. I'm gonna give you a date that we can chop it up and come back and talk about it, whether the Yankees are gonna be real or not. August the 15th. Once we hit August the 15th, we're gonna see where the Yankees are.
Okay.
And that'll tell it all, Chris. That'll tell it all.
No, absolutely. I completely agree with you. And it all comes down to pitching, starting pitching the bullpen. Because they're losing these games late in the game. They're losing them by 1 run, 2 runs. The last 6 games, 5 of them they lost by 1 run.
That's it. That's right, Chris. You're dead right on that, man. And see, those are the things that hurt because in the beginning of the season, fam, we were winning those games.
Yep.
We were winning those games, and now it's I don't want to say reality setting in, but it's starting to set in, Chris. Once we get around 4th of July and the end of July, we'll see what it is. And then, like I said, the target date, August 15th. And now, I wouldn't be disappointed if the Yankees show up. I wouldn't be disappointed, Chris, because this was supposed to be a free year anyway. Next year was supposed to be when the Yankees do their numbers.
At this point, they're overachieving, but the luck's kind of run out.
Yeah, that's what it's starting to look like that. It's starting to look like that. I hate to say it. I'm a Yankee dude. But it's starting to look like they're kind of overachieving a little bit.
Yeah, and Tampa Bay's coming out of nowhere. They're only 3.5 games back. You just saw the abysmal start they had. If it wasn't for Baltimore and Toronto, I mean, this division would be decided already. It's a 2-horse race, but now Tampa's coming out of nowhere.
That's right. That's right. So, again, at the end of the day, we were talking about the beginning of the season when, you had Yankees, busting out the gate. Toronto was like 2-12.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I wasn't worried about none of that. Because, again, it's a long season, man. You had your peaks and valleys, and right now the Yankees are going through it. And they got to, to decide how strong and, how much of a powerhouse club this is if they can get through this bad spell, man. This is a terrible West Coast trip.
Well, let's hope that they get some home cooking coming up that's going to change things around. I want to jump over to another borough in New York, talk about the Mets, who, despite being in second place, 6 games under 500. I mean, this is just a really sad division. And you've got, the Washington Nationals are 15 games over 500. The rest of the division's in the toilet. And the amount of injuries that the Mets have right now, the only reason they're in second place is because of the rest of the division.
It's garbage.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah, you know what? I thought that, the Mets, man, would try to make some kind of run and compete with Washington because we knew Washington had all the horses going in. But to me and you, it's looking like the Mets are playing closer to the Braves and the Marlins and the Phillies. No disrespect to those guys.
Right.
But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. And I heard, some of the show when you guys were talking about Jose Fernandez, man, and the situation, compared to Carrie Fisher. I don't understand. Like, so what? They found heroin in the system. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You're not gonna go see Star Wars? You're not gonna watch Star Wars when it come on TV now? You know what I'm saying? And as far as Jose Fernandez, man, I mean, I heard the comments about people being let down and things of that nature, man. Again, you hold in your heart the memories that you have for that dude. You know what I mean? I didn't know that dude from nothing, but I knew he was a great pitcher. I knew he was a dude that could turn a franchise around, and he suffered an untimely demise. I'm not going to say, Jose was on X, Y, and Z. That's why he passed away. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I was a fit.
Right.
So all I know is what I saw. And what I saw was a great pitcher, and that's how I'm going to remember him as a great pitcher. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Close enough, because that's all his resume is going to show, is that he has a bunch of wins, a great ERA, a bunch of strikeouts, and a bunch of home runs. But no rings, no playoff appearances, nothing. Nothing. It's sad. And we still talk about it from time to time on the show, and it's still tragic.
He would have gotten those rings. You know why?
Because he would have played for the Yankees.
Exactly.
He would have been a Yankee, just like Bryce Harper's going to be in a season or two. So
that's right. That's right. I don't know what they're talking about. He's going to the Cubs. Knock it off, man.
No, he's jumping at the Yankees.
Yeah, they have something to talk about. But yo, I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all do, man. Because I want to listen to Joy and her breakdown of the WWE and all of that. Take care after night, man. check me out tonight. What about that game? 8 to 9 p.m. California Radio. 323 654-3950. I'm in the building. 8 to 9 p.m. We're gonna get busy. Tomorrow night we back after further review 2.0, aka the sideline pass. 8 to 10 p.m. We're going hard body karate. We're gonna talk some football. So if you want to get into some early football talk, that's the place to be. We're gonna rock out 954-246-0398. Bring your A game to the table, man. And a shout out to my Miami 24/7 family. Y'all do y'all thing out there, man. What up, Drew? What up, Siobhan? What up, Joy? And Chris, I'm talking to y'all, man. Y'all be peace, man. All right?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor.
I'm about to slide. Peace.
All right.
Later. The mayor.
The mayor, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh. Go ahead. What else you got for us in sports, Chris? Drew, talk to us.
Well, honestly, I'm not into the WWE as much as I used to be.
That's okay. We're not getting set. We've got that.
We got more.
5:23.
Oh,
Marlins find a way to give up another win. And
let me ask you something, because I haven't watched the game for them to really
Go ahead.
dissect it, but they seem to be hitting. They seem to be scoring some runs, if not a lot. They seem to be enough to get a lead, and then they blow it. Is it the starting or is it the relief that's killing them?
it's a combination of those two things, Drew, because you can give up 2 runs in starting pitching or the bullpen and lose a game. They just can't hold a lead. They can't score enough runs to hold a lead, and they can't pitch well enough to protect a 1 or 2 run lead. It's impossible.
The other night they were playing, don't quote me on it, I think it was New York actually, and they were up like 9 to 8 or something to that fact, and they end up losing on a walk-off. So I'm lost.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing the Yankees are going through. They can't play 9 innings. It's much like in basketball. You can control a game for 3.5 quarters, but you're going to lose that last half a quarter, and that's going to cost you a game, possibly a series, possibly a championship. You have to close it out. You have got to play your entire game. Like, we have to work an 8-hour shift. We have to do this show for 2 hours. We just can't leave at 5:30. Be like, you know what? I did my part. I'm leaving now, and then the show's going to suffer.
Well,
the same thing happens in these sports, and this has been plaguing the Marlins forever.
So does this change? Okay, first of all, I've yet to hear any talk about owners, except last I heard, Bush and that party dropped out. I haven't heard anything since.
It's probably the best thing, because this is really just a dumpster fire down here. It doesn't matter if they play well or not. The stadium is not being filled up. They're not. To put it in a strange way, the juice is not worth the squeeze. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. This is whatever they're doing and whatever they're trying isn't working. If it wasn't for the All-Star game this year, they're not going to ever have a sellout at any point in this season, except the All-Star game. And, you're going to see Giancarlo Stanton blast about 50,000 home runs with Aaron Judge, and that's going to be the highlight of the entire weekend, or the entire week, rather.
Mm-hmm.
They have so many problems. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter who's coaching them or who's owning them. It's not worth it to me to drive down 95 to Marlins Park and catch any of these games. I can flip them on the TV and get disappointed, but stay home and save $50, $60 in beer money.
So what goes first, the chicken or the egg? The management goes, or does you start getting rid of players?
I don't think I've always been a proponent to never blame the managers. Mm-hmm. I would blame the players because they're on the field executing. The manager can only tell you how to go out and do your job. You have to go out and execute. And it's the same in every sport. And my parents are huge Yankee fans, and one of them hates the coach, Joe Girardi. My dad hates the coach, and my mom hates the general manager. And neither one have a uniform on or playing in the field. So I hang it on the players that are playing in the game that don't do their job. And granted, they're human beings. They're not going to show up every night and give you 100%. It's just not going to happen. They're going to get beat. It's somebody else's night, some other team's night, other team's hotter than them. It is what it is. I never blame the coaches or the ownership. However, at certain times, they can just as much be to blame as the others. And the Marlins ownership really has to take inventory about what they've got. They dumped everything. They blew their load on Giancarlo Stanton, $318 million for 10 or 12 years or whatever, and it's backloaded. So that was smart. They backloaded the contract. But what's ridiculous is How are you going to sign other players to stick around? You can't build a team around one player. Look what the Cavs tried to do with LeBron in the early days. They didn't build around him, and they suffered.
That's what happened.
This is what's happening here. You can't pay anybody else to come down here and play because Stanton's taking all the money. Granted, he's a great player.
I call it the Billy Sims effect, where you're paying Billy Sims who gobs the money, but you're not getting talent around him.
You're not getting, and you're not going to get the results you want. You're not going to get butts in the seats and people spending money on jerseys and all this other stuff. You're just not going to get it. Now, your revenue will increase this week coming up in a couple of weeks for the All-Star week when they have it here. It's going to be a crazy party down there for 3 or 4 days, and a lot of things are going to happen.
Lou, you getting us tickets, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just double checking.
We're all throwing out the first pitch. Now trending. But again, I mean, a lot of things have to change down here for the fans to really buy into it. You know, it's a beautiful stadium, a beautiful experience, just a lousy team.
Well, the one thing that I've found down here is that people tend to have a long memory, and they have a short. What's the word? Short.
Attention
short
span?
memory? Yeah. Well, no, a short commitment level, because they'll dislike them forever, but you get into the playoffs and all of a sudden the seats start filling up. You get into the World Series and the stands overflowing. You win and you have your parade down Biscayne Boulevard, and after that, okay.
But the 2 championships that they won, I mean, look at them the next year. Sub 500, everybody's gone or sold. A different coach comes in. It's like it's very limited, like glory days going on.
That's the cost and
around here.
effect of buying a championship.
Right, but here we are in 2017, and I feel like when I go through the gates at Marlins Park, I should just dump $100 into a box, turn around, and go home. Because that's the feeling I'm going to get. Yet I'm going to sit in that plastic seat for 7 or 8 innings and realize, wow, I could have stayed home and saved $50 or $60. This is ridiculous. I would throw a home run ball from the home team back on the field, and I've never caught a home run ball at a pro game before. That's the feeling I get going to the Marlins games, man.
So what do you need to see aside from wins in the column? What do you need to see?
The same thing happens with the Panthers when I go to see a hockey game, because I love hockey and I adopted the Panthers because I've lived here for almost a decade. In that decade, they've gone to the playoffs twice. And it's the same thing. I'll go there and spend $60 or $70, mostly on beer, and go home being like, wow, I could have just stayed home and watched this and had some analysis coming out of my speakers. You know, it's just not a great product to buy into. You know, you almost feel like a sucker, like a giant lollipop walking into these games. The Heat were great for a while, although I never went to see them. And then they dismantled the team, the big 3 or the big what? Big nothing now. Everybody's gone, and they have to rebuild. But people are still going to go because they love the Heat, and they still have faith in Pat Riley. Pat Riley has brought them championships.
Absolutely.
The Marlins ownership, the recent ownership, hasn't brought them anything. You know, they want Stanton to play every position on the field and bat all 9 positions and win games. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
And now you've got they were going to sell over to Jeb Bush and
Jeter.
What's his name? And Jeter. Yeah, but you
so
heard Jeb
smart not to
Bush.
do that.
Yeah, Jeb Bush backed out of that deal.
Oh,
so much for that. But then just look at the same thing with the Dolphins.
Oh.
And they're coming, and you've got your people who are there who are in it to win it, even if they don't win it. And
Every
it's
year
history.
they make noise, and this one particular year they made it to the playoffs the first round and got beat.
That's okay though. At least they got
yeah, that's-
much further than usual.
No, the
however,
only thing Dolphins fans want is them to beat the Patriots in the regular season. For them, that's their Super Bowl, and 1 million Dolphin fans have told me that. It's like, okay, enjoy the
and the Jets.
enjoy winning, enjoy winning in the regular season. Maybe
Way
one
Drew looked
day,
at me. Thank
maybe
you,
one
Drew.
day you'll know what playoffs are.
Yeah, right. Thanks a lot. Well, moving on to WWE. So you didn't get a chance to catch Money in the Bank?
No, but I read up on all the matches, and I would have loved to have seen the ladies ladder match, the first ever.
Awful. First of all, the theme should have been it shouldn't have been Money in the Bank. The theme should have been Oompa Loompa Orange. I don't know who did their spray tans, from the commentators to the referees to the wrestlers. Everybody was orange. Okay, well, did you notice that?
It wasn't your TV?
No, it wasn't. I was in at DVL House where there's like 50 TVs, and every TV we looked at, that was the talk of the whole night. I
that was
mean,
the color of the stuff going on.
whoever did their spray tans forgot to add the brown into the orange. Like,
I'm
you know,
looking at pictures from the event, and you are right, but
look at Dolph Ziggler.
I'm looking at the referee from the Jinder Mahal match.
There's
and he's got the Hulk Hogan tan on his face.
Yeah, no, they did.
Like his arms are
here's
regular
the thing.
color.
No, and here was the thing. Some of them, it was like their faces were, and then some of their bodies, but then they'd have white. It was I mean, it looked like 5-year-olds went in there and had a spray tan competition, and everybody was orange and just discolored. They were patchy.
What are you gonna say about the New Day?
I don't like them.
No, but they're tan.
Yeah, right. No, but you know, it's funny when you say that because I'm like, oh, they didn't get it. But even Jinder Mahal, they tried to bronze him up some, but again, they didn't use bronze. They just used like straight orange.
Just use curry.
What's that orange candy or orange thing that
Circus peanuts?
Yeah,
My mom loved
I hate
those.
those.
Mom, circus peanuts. My
It's like
mom
eating
had
rubber.
those. No, my mom ate those all the time. Circus peanuts, candy corns.
Hate 'em
So
both.
moving on. Okay, first of all, they made the women's ladder match in the beginning. It was like the second match. The first they had like a little pre-show match. Well, not a pre-show, but it
Dumb
was
match.
It was just a little dumb match. Yeah, no, it was. It was actually
How do those guys stick around?
the Hype brothers who defended the
colons.
Okay.
Oh, it's supposed to be the colognes. I
Colognes,
guess.
yeah. But okay, so next you had the Women in the Bank women's ladder match. How stupid. The ending, I'm sorry, was so stupid. Carmella won it. Actually, she didn't even win it. She was laying down. She was all beat up. And the little, what's his name? Ellsworth comes running in. He climbs the ladder and takes the Money in the Bank suitcase. And then came down and gave it to her.
It shouldn't end like that, but that just creates a bigger storyline. So SmackDown
It was stupid,
should have
though.
a teaspoon more of excitement
But
this week.
even the storyline was stupid. So then after he gets the suitcase, the referees are sitting there. They're arguing, oh, what should they do? They don't even come up with a decision. He just makes the decision like, oh, it's ours. Gives it to Carmella, and that was it. I don't know. First of all, she doesn't deserve it. I just think it was stupid how they played that out. They could have done a much better angle. In that, and I don't think she deserved it. I think at this point, I think a lot of people thought, I think that Charlotte Flair and Natalya were going to win it. I think those two are history. That's my attraction to them, as far as being fans when it comes to that match, or even when it comes to wrestling. They're history. You're talking the Hart family. You're talking the Flair family. I mean, this is something that was born into them. I think at this point, they do deserve it. Natalya, come on, at her age, she really deserves a title or something at this point.
I think this is just being mishandled. SmackDown. The pay-per-views don't do anything for me.
They don't. I would have been ticked off if I would have paid for this pay-per-view.
How does Kevin Owens not win that match?
That was a stupid. We're gonna get into that because honestly, I think Yoshi Nakamura should have won that match. But again, the way that whole thing went down, it was just stupid. Naomi defended Lana. Jinder Mahal defeated Randy Orton. I knew that was gonna happen because I think it's too soon to. Shinsuke. What did I say? I did Shinsuke. But I know it's Nakamura.
It's Shinsuke.
Let's get on.
Shinsuke, something like that. Shinsuke. I know the Nakamura.
I liked how they had that start because Kevin Owens reminds me of Samoa Joe and how he's like the super villain.
True, but did you see they even cut off Nakamura's entrance? He has one of the best entrances in WWE.
Yeah, that's great.
And you had Baron Corbin come. However, though, but if Baron Corbin was going to win it, they should have at least let Nakamura have his full entrance. Like, it was just stupid to where he's coming out, Baron attacks him, then wins. I mean, I don't know. I just don't like the writing, how they played this one out.
How is Sami Zayn and Dolph Ziggler in that match?
Agreed.
They don't exactly. They should be at the beginning with the Colons, who used to be the shining stars,
but then
or whatever.
Well, that's another thing now.
These guys are jobbers. They're never going to hold belts anymore.
Right, and have you noticed though?
That's what it says on here, but I know it's Cologne.
Right, but okay. Have you noticed also, Lou, lately in the pay-per-views, they're taking the big matches and putting them ahead. They're putting them in the beginning, such as the women's lady ladder match last night. That was the second match. That's something everybody was waiting for. It's something that should have came more towards the end.
No, that should have been later in the event.
Yeah, it should have. They made it the second match. So again, you had Jinder Mahal. He defeated Orton. Then you have Breezango, who defeated the Ascension. And then again, Baron Corbin became Mr. Money in the Bank last night.
Baron Corbin deserves it. I'd like to see a big rivalry start with him and Jinder Mahal. Because I mean that's eventually going to be your next main event.
You're right.
You know
what? That's going to be a good event.
Nakamura hasn't been here long enough to run after it. Ziggler had his time. Zayn's a pushover. AJ had it. He'll get it again. But AJ's pretty creative. I'd like to see some massive. I'd like to see some good rivalries because he can wrestle. He's one of the better ones on their roster, whether you like him or not. And Kevin Owens is my favorite. Him and Jinder Mahal.
You're on the list.
They're my favorites.
One of the highlights of the night, though, which was nice, it was exciting to see. You had Sergeant Slaughter in the audience. You had Randy Orton's father. You had Ric Flair in the audience. Which Jinder Mahal went over there and messed with them, or his guys did.
That was good.
They went over there. So I think that was exciting. That was cute. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a break. When we get back from break, we're going to talk about Facebook friend requests from old friends when you were kids that you don't like. Should you accept their request now? We've also got some odd news coming up. So make sure you stay tuned right here on Now Trending on 247miami.tv.
You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar when I met you.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Hiya, this is Harley Quinn, and you're on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yay! Yay! Yay!
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hey, it's the guys from the couch, and we're coming to you now live on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with your favorite segments like Simple Jack and W. Dubai Knows It All. Catch us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. live on 247miami.tv.
We talk about sports and other things. Like what? W eating chips. I can't put these chips down. 247miami.tv.
The couch.
Hello, everyone. This is Drew from Now Trending. And usually I'm driving the bus in the show, keeping it from riding off on the rails. Every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
Oh, boys! I'm back!
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Roy from The Roy O Show. Just letting you know, guess what? The Roy O Show, it's back, baby. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be Prosper, O, and yours truly covering everything. Sports, TV, entertainment, comics, Walking Dead, you name it, we're talking about it. Join us this Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. only on 247miami.tv.
It's Now Trending. Make sure you catch a new episode every Monday from 4 to 6 on 247miami.tv.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday.
Join me, Siobhan, every Sunday for the latest episode of Day by Day. From Alzheimer's Awareness Month to International Bacon Day, find out what's happening this week and how these observances got started.
Each day.
Because each day counts.
Day by day by day.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Oh, boys! I'm back!
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Roy from The Roy O Show. Just letting you know, guess what? The Roy O Show, it's back, baby. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be Prosper, O, and yours truly covering everything. Sports, TV, entertainment, comics, Walking Dead, you name it, we're talking about it. Join us this Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. only on 247miami.tv.
Out Trending every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
This is Chris Metal here for Now Trending. Coolest show on 247miami.tv. Join us every Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Joey Canizero, your host, Drew Dawkins, Siobhan, and Chris Metal. Every Monday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern on 247miami.tv.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hiya, this is Harley Quinn, and you're on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yay! Yay! Yay!
Topping the box office this weekend, number 3.
You must stand for something. You must live for something. And you must be willing to die for something.
All Eyes on Me with 27 million. Number 2.
I'm going, Mother. if you choose to leave, you may never return. Who will I be if I stay?
Will come when you.
Wonder Woman with 40.7 million and 274 million overall. And number 1.
This is my last chance, Cruz. Last! If I lose, I never get to do this again.
Cars 3 with 53.5 million. Opening this week.
For my world to live, yours must die.
Transformers, The Last Night. Humans and Transformers are at war. Optimus Prime is gone. The key to saving our future lies buried in the secrets of the past, in the hidden history of Transformers on Earth. Starring Mark Wahlberg, Josh Duhamel, and Stanley Tucci.
All the men come in these places, and the men are all the same. You don't look at their faces, and you don't ask their names. You don't think of them as human.
Okay, and we're back to Now Trending here on 247miami.tv. Thank you, everybody, for listening to us. Again, we're not ending our show yet. I just want to say thank you to everybody. So again, make sure you guys keep the comments flowing on the discussions we're talking about. I had a question of the day that I wanted to ask earlier, and I forgot. So let's get to it, because I saw this on TV, and it got me thinking. And there's actually a lawsuit in a state about this, to where there is someone who thinks that all public bathrooms should be playing music.
This is a lawsuit?
Yeah. Wow. To make it a law that all public bathrooms should play music, right? So I'm listening.
Talk about frivolous lawsuits.
Oh, wait.
No, yeah. So this, okay, but think you're in a public bathroom. There's all kinds of noise. Sometimes you may even be like anxious or terrified because there's people around you. You don't want to let things come out. You want,
Literally.
like, people do all kinds of weird things, but sometimes you can't help the moment when you gotta go. So there's a person out there who is starting like some type of lawsuit to make it a law to where all public bathrooms must play music. So this,
oh Lord,
then the style of music should like help you.
And that's what I was gonna ask. The style of music first of all. Do you guys think that's a good idea?
Yes and no.
Now at the Hard Rock, they play music in the bathroom,
I wouldn't know.
but it's not loud. I don't know if you know or not. But I don't even know because what happened was when I heard about the story at first, I was thinking, wow, that's a really good idea. And I was thinking, I don't remember like any public bathrooms that play music. Then I walked into a public bathroom yesterday that was playing music. However, the music was not loud enough to cover anything up.
I don't think they played the cover up.
But that's right. But that's the purpose of it. Do you guys think that's a good idea? Do you care, like when you go into a bathroom?
Can I answer this, please?
Yes. Go ahead, Drew.
Who gives a crap? Literally.
Pun intended, right?
It should be music that's conducive to why you're going in there.
Can do. He would just
Like
to say
that can
do.
help you. Like for me,
he said do.
it would be music I can't stand would help me go.
Get out of there faster.
Go and get out as quickly as possible.
You don't want to sit there and jam out to Metallica.
No,
like,
if they're
sit there all day.
if they're playing Master Puppets, my legs are gonna go numb from sitting there for an hour, however long the CD plays. But the thing is, it's like you're never gonna find a style that everybody's going to agree on.
No, that's why we have like 101.5 FM. That's why
I
they're
think
the
it's
number one station.
I think it's a giant waste of time. Like when I worked at the movie theater, you could hear the music that was playing in the lobby. You could also hear it in the bathrooms.
Right.
But, so whatever it happens to be, which is like music or background music, I don't know what the style would be called today, but you hear it in theaters during in between movies, you'll hear it and stuff like that.
Right.
But as far as like all public restrooms, it's like maybe the special Obama bathrooms that have the transgenders to pee with little girls, stuff like that. What kind of music you gonna want in there?
There we go.
You know what I mean? Nursery rhymes and fairy tale music,
Right.
Disney
No.
music.
But okay, are you the type though? Do you not care? Like, say you have to really go to the bathroom. Like, I know some people who will not use a public bathroom, even if they have to go. they rather crap in their drawers than to go into a public bath. They're like embarrassed of noises and all kinds of stuff. I mean, are any of you self-conscious when you walk into a public bathroom? Like, oh, is anybody listening? Or, you know, like, I can't drop right now until.
Oh my gosh,
You wouldn't walk. I don't think you'd walk in if you didn't have to go. I don't think you're gonna walk in.
Right.
You know, you walk in with the purpose.
No,
to
but
go.
I'm saying some people are self-conscious. Like one person was making a statement where they stuff a bunch of toilet paper in the toilet bowl first before going so it doesn't make splashing noises. There are really people who are like that who will hold their bathroom and not. So do you, yes and no.
That's just ridiculous.
Okay.
But it's true. I mean, this is actually true.
At this point, my son will make a fart joke, but
I'm thinking of 1,000 jokes to make right now.
Camilo's got a point. If you're not gonna go, no matter what music you're playing is gonna make you go. It's just that simple. I myself am not comfortable with certain parts of public bathrooms,
right?
Because of the horror. Because when I was a kid, I learned my first job was working at a amusement park, and I had to clean bathrooms.
Ugh.
Yeah, and
At an amusement park?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. On free food day, yeah.
Oh
man,
it's all fried food
in the summer. Yeah.
Oh.
So I have my own little eccentricities about public bathrooms. But if I don't go, I don't go. Music's not gonna make you go. It's just gonna put you to sleep. That's all it's gonna do in there.
Well, some people it may make go.
And take your phone and play your own music.
And you know what? A lot of people do that. Like where I
talk
work,
on
I go into the bathroom on your breaks.
Think-
And there's
okay, yeah,
people in the
let's talk
stalls
about
they're watching YouTube videos,
Mm.
or they're Skyping with somebody, or they have music on. And it's like I gotta hear the overhead music, which is terrible. Then I gotta hear their jams or whatever they're listening to. I'm just going in there to do my business and get out. And I have to listen to other people's like what they find entertaining.
No, you know what you always find in this bathroom here at the state? These women go in there and they have long conversations while they're going to the bathroom.
They
See?
do.
Thank you. Okay, you get no, but then I'm trying to go and I'm like, who are they talking to? They're right next to me, and then they're gonna hear me doing my thing.
Okay.
It's just that's rude. I think that's just freaking rude. If you're and then it's nasty
Yeah.
too. I have issues about bringing my phone into the bathroom sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? Especially in here.
Yeah, but you like me are a parent, and you go to the bathroom. And how many times have you? When was the last time you went to the bathroom without being disturbed? So
I mean, if I'm at home, I'll be on the phone. But if I'm in a public bathroom, I'm not going to sit here with everybody
I'm
else.
never going to see you
Do you
again.
have you ever gone in there and they're talking on the
Oh,
phone and you're trying to
yes,
go to
all
the
the time.
bathroom and it's like,
yeah,
you should give
all
your
the time.
opinion.
Well, let
Don't
me
go out with
tell
them.
you, if someone were to call me and want to talk to me while they're in the bathroom, I would hang up and be like, just call me back. I don't want to have this conversation with you right now.
Don't answer the phone.
I don't want to be thought of while I'm in there.
answer
While
the
someone's
phone.
in there.
But imagine,
oh, I thought
okay.
of you, so I call you.
no, imagine you're on the receiving end of that phone, though, and you're hearing like all these tinkling noises. And
Well, and
stuff in
it
the
echoes in
background.
there.
It does. It echoes in there. And it's like, but imagine
I
you're on
really
the
wish I
phone.
had a toilet sound effect to play. I'm sorry I don't, people.
No, we all kind of got the image in our heads, as far as being summoned while someone's sitting on the throne. They decide to call you. It's like, oh, I was just thinking about you. Yeah, what are you doing? I'm in the bathroom. Oh, that makes me feel really good.
Okay. Or have you ever gone into a public bathroom and you've been in there a while, right? But then you're ready to come out, but then you're embarrassed. You want to make sure everybody goes out first. So
Because you blew it up.
Maybe you didn't. Or has there ever been a time that you've gone in there, there's someone next to you like farts or something really loud, and then but there's other people, and then if you walk out, everybody's gonna think it's you.
No.
So you wait till everybody clears so
Listen,
you can
it's-
leave.
No, I'd be proud of something like that.
Yeah, if you're in there, it's all hands off. When
I'm
you're
a
in
champion.
there.
Something.
You gotta go. You gotta go. Now,
Women are different.
now,
'cause
the
we'll
one thing
stand
I
in a
hate-
stall. We'll stand in a stall until the bathroom clears so we can walk out.
The one thing I
Not to a
hate
face.
is if you go in there and someone's blown it up, and you're like, damn, and you leave, and it's someone's walking right in behind.
Now I have one more thing to say about this because as Chris
It
was
wasn't
saying,
me.
No, yes, but as Chris was saying, okay, about the transgender bathrooms. Now we had that person's no longer in this building anymore. But it was for a different company. But we did have a transgender who uses the ladies' room. He's a man. He's fully dressed as a woman, but he uses the ladies' restroom.
Very clearly a man.
The thing though, he goes to the bathroom like a man. Okay, that type of business belongs. Take that that crap over to the men's room.
No,
I mean he blows up that bathroom like a man. It's every day. And even what's funny is like the janitor lady. She knows it. If she talks crap while he's going crap, she'll sit in there. She's like, "Oh, you're stinking it up. Ooh, you're making it nasty. Like I have been in there, and he's just like, oh child, ooh, like, and I'm just like, where am I? Just, yeah.
Are there bathrooms on the other floors here?
Only on one other floor. Only on one other floor.
Perhaps we should, just discover that bathroom and.
It's
maybe
all
there's
locked
nobody
and
there.
stuff. They take it, yeah.
Oh,
But
that's
it's just
brutal.
awful. But that guy, like, he really, only because of that fact, he needs to be using the men's room.
8 minutes. We talked about that.
We did.
Yeah,
Talked about crap.
Talk about crap.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
Great
telling
segment
you.
there, Joe.
Okay, so news that was spreading around the internet like wildfire this week. However, it was untrue. So I just have one. WWE staff forced to shoot aggressive wrestler after child climbs into steel
what a
cage.
stupid headline. It made me actually read it.
Did you read it?
Yes.
Oh.
Because of the pay-per-view last night, I thought something went down.
Can you believe it? This has been going on all week. So, saying they were left with no other choice given the imminent peril of the situation, World Wrestling Entertainment officials confirmed they were forced to kill one of their own stars Friday when a 7-year-old boy wandered into the steel cage enclosure of an aggressive wrestler. Beloved two-time WWE champion Big Show was reportedly shot dead after the emergency response team at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum made a split-second decision to take out the nearly 400-pound dominant male wrestler, who was said to have appeared aggravated and hostile, causing those present to fear the small child's safety.
Wait. No, don't worry. He'll be on Raw tonight.
The
Onion.
It was the
Because I
Onion,
saw
yeah.
what news agency it was. I thought it was at first it was CNN.
No,
But
Fox News. No,
Did you really go there with that?
I did.
But I
Shots
think it's
fired.
just funny. But you know what?
Shots fired.
This is a fake, completely fake story.
It's
Completely
ridiculous because
fake story.
it would have been on other news outlets had it taken place. So it's just ridiculous.
what nonsense are you doing?
It's so stupid.
That's ridiculous.
I wouldn't have picked Big Show to
And they
assassinate.
put Big Show. I mean, like, of all
I would've
people,
been
they
You
took
see
Big
what they're
Show.
saying? They couldn't use tranquilizers because it would take it 10 minutes to take effect because of his massive size. So they had to shoot him in the head and in the chest. Yeah, they shot him in the head and in the heart. That's what they said. Come on. And the kid's just standing there. You
So
telling
now
me,
you're
you
gonna
telling me
traumatize the kid even more.
there's no gorilla that's gonna tackle him the minute he jumps over that security barrier?
If
That's
he
what
was
they
so
got people in the
smart.
crowd to jump out if somebody jumps into the ring. They got people ready to go. You telling me you couldn't get this 5-year-old kid?
Nope.
Come on.
Absolutely. I just thought it was a funny
Ridiculous.
story, though.
Couldn't
Who
be stopped.
thinks of these things? I mean,
I know. Let me go to the bathroom and
Was
read
there
up
a
on it.
Facebook segment we were gonna do?
Yes.
we are, but we're
We'll
going to do
get
that
to it.
towards the end. Thank you, Chris.
He's following
Well,
the
which-
show.
For once, he follows the
I
show.
didn't think that the crap story was going to take so long. I thought we could skip everything else and talk garbage.
No, we did. We kind of
crap the whole time.
got mixed up. So we're going to move on to odd news
That's
right
not even
now.
on the list.
What?
The crap story.
was
No, it
supposed to
wasn't.
be earlier.
Because at the end, listen, had you been here earlier, you would have known about the changes we had made.
Oh,
So moving over
more
to
shots
odd
fired.
news. Ready for odd news, Siobhan?
Yes.
This is you and I. I'm going to go first. You ready?
Wow.
Plant lovers in Northern California are getting a rare treat as 2 corpse flowers bloom for the first time in a decade. Hundreds of people are flocking to the San Francisco Conservatory of Flowers after it issued a stink alert on Thursday that the 8-foot-tall plant from Sumatra was beginning to unfurl its frilly purple and green leaf around a yellow spike. When it's blooming, the flower, known as the Titan arum, emits a stench redolent of rotting flesh. So the conservatory is extending its hours Saturday so visitors can gaze at the giant flower and get a whiff of its putrid odor.
It's such a beautiful looking flower, though, but
It's
it does
pretty. It
stink.
is. The smell peaks for no more than 48 hours before the flower begins to collapse.
Exactly.
I knew exactly what the plant they were talking about when I saw the headline because we learned about this flower in class, like in school. But would you go to say it?
No. I wouldn't want to smell it. I would
You
look
could-
at it from a distance.
Yeah, you
but
can
I would
catch the footage.
smell it.
You can watch it on TV.
Has anyone ever seen one?
No.
I've seen pictures.
You're a Northern California girl, so it wasn't a thing like growing up. Like, oh, the stink flower is blooming.
No.
It
But
doesn't
such
sound.
excited-
It doesn't sound like a New Year's Eve type of gathering event. It doesn't sound like the Olympics. It doesn't sound like something people would probably rather see on TV at the end of a news show that somebody spends 30 seconds on the producing of it. Because it's a beautiful flower, but you have to be like a flower nut or botanist or whatever they call them, and really enjoy that stuff to appreciate a flower like that. That's like listening to a bad song because you love the band. You know what I mean? There's a comparison I can make off the top of my head.
So is it my turn now?
It is your turn.
Of course it is.
So now we've all seen this commercial. Oh, I don't think it's working. Okay, never mind. We've all seen the KFC commercial of sending the chicken sandwich into space. Well, this Wednesday is going to be a reality. They are sending KFC plans to launch its Zingers chicken sandwich into a space via a high-altitude solar-powered balloon known as a stratolite, a word combining stratosphere and satellite. The chicken sandwich will zip up to about 28.5 miles above Earth, which is not quite the 62-mile threshold to be considered the edge of space, but it is cheaper than shooting off an orbiting rocket. Assuming the launch goes off without a hitch, the balloon and the sandwich will float above Earth for at least 4 days, while the stratolite records telemetry data to help future launches by Worldview, who is the balloon's manufacturer. I don't know if anyone's going to eat the sandwich afterwards after 4 days.
I was going to say.
Still considered fast food?
Yeah, really, super fast. But KFC is funding the flight of the Zinger sandwich, which will mark the balloon's first multi-day mission, according to space.com. So anyway, kind of interesting. Their commercial is becoming a reality. I don't know what kind of implications it has for the future, but we are sending chicken sandwiches into the stratosphere.
Does that mean they're going to start delivering to like houses, like Panera?
Maybe.
We use balloons to deliver.
Couldn't we have started with delivery first before we went to close to outer space?
Maybe they want to deliver to the International Space Station.
Oh, yeah, they huge KFC fans up there.
Yeah, why not?
But could you imagine? Yeah, I wonder if they get
look at the food that they eat up there now.
Well, no, they can't. Yeah, they've got space food, but imagine soon they'll have space fast food. But that was just like the test that they just did on their last mission. They were trying to bring what was it up into space that they've never had before?
The German rolls, because I talked about that last week. The German rolls they were going to bake in.
Right, was it the German roll? Yeah, they were going to. That's right. We were talking about that.
Crumbless ones.
Did they feed the homeless first?
You're absolutely right. You know what? We're
shooting
sitting
food
here.
into
Yeah,
space.
you're absolutely right. They're sending a chicken for 4 days into outer space. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chris.
And there's starving people in the world, on the planet that you can help.
It's good publicity for KFC, I guess.
great,
But
yeah,
what's their
astronauts.
purpose? What is their main goal?
Who's going to eat a 4-day-old chicken sandwich? I mean,
Well, I don't think anyone's going to actually eat it. Yeah.
it's very odd.
It is odd. Now, Shark Week has a new star attraction. Guess who?
I know, but you're going to tell us anyway.
Tell us.
Michael Phelps.
Absolutely. Discovery Channel's list of Shark Week programming next month includes a July 23rd show titled Phelps versus Shark, Great Gold versus Great White. Discovery Channel billed it as an event so monumental that no one has ever attempted it before, and added that the world's most decorated athlete takes on the ocean's most efficient predator. Phelps versus Shark, the race is on. Whether that means the winner of the 23 Olympic gold medals is actually racing a shark remains uncertain. The release announcing this event didn't offer many details or specifics aside from saying that Phelps has one competition left to win. Discovery Channel officials didn't immediately respond to a message seeking additional information.
How are they going to get this shark to swim straight in line with Michael Phelps?
Unless I know my brain has been wrapped around this all night trying to figure this
You put
out.
a small puppy at the end of the.
I think Phelps should put his 23 gold medals on the line against this shark, and I want to see like a GIF or an image of this shark with all the medals around his neck after the race. And
You
Michael
can work on
Phelps,
photoshopping that right now.
hey, we should. And you know what? I think Michael Phelps is going to get torn up. Pardon the pun. I don't think the shark's going to comply. I think the shark's going to go after Michael Phelps. No matter how fast he might swim, I think the shark's a bit faster. So,
But I wonder if they could actually, like I said, it's still up in the air whether this is a race or not. They haven't, they're marketing it as, they're planting that seed in our head that this is what's going to happen. But then again, like I said, I've sat and thought about it all night.
Phelps' secret weapon. Phelps' secret weapon. He's going to do bong hits with the shark before the race.
He's going to get the shark high.
Yep.
He's dad now. He doesn't
Exactly.
do that.
Yeah, supposedly. But I mean, like I was thinking, unless they're, and are they going to do it at the same time simultaneously? Will they have him, go into a pool, race so many, meters, and then time it, and then have a shark do the same thing?
I think what you do is you put Michael in the water, you cut his wrist, you tell him go to the other end as fast as you can, and then you open the cage and see who gets there first.
They do some bong hits together, and then they have some KFC sandwiches after the race.
Hey,
That's what they should do.
Good one.
KFC is going to deliver them with their little balloon satellite thing. and have them drop it in the pool.
By
or
the way,
beach.
you will be able to watch the launch live on KFC in space.
wow.
The sandwich rocket, cool.
Yes.
And then the same with Michael Phelps now. You're gonna have to do it in an ocean, not in a pool.
No,
Yeah, this is gonna
No,
be,
shark
this
can't.
is-
You can't put a shark in a pool.
This is gonna be a home game for the shark.
You go to one of them aquarium thingies and you just throw them a couple
Oh, that water that they were swimming in the Olympics in Brazil.
Yeah, same thing.
Oh, you guys are awful. Siobhan, what do you have next?
Okay, I was not sure if we were moving on to
green
Facebook
stuff?
yet, but I do have that. Italy's highest court ruled on Friday that lobsters must not be kept on ice in restaurant kitchens because it causes them unjustifiable suffering before they head for death by fine dining. This actually was in court.
So you're saying cracking them open that's not hurt as much?
No, because they're already dead.
You can't you boil them live here in the U.S. That's not a crime, right?
That's what I heard.
I'd rather have fresh than frozen. I'm not a
My understanding
seafood
they didn't
guy,
have
but
any nerve because they're a crustacean.
every reputable seafood joint has a lobster tank right in the front.
You
You
get
know,
to
where they
pick
kind
your
of
dinner.
Some have a claw machine. Have you ever seen the claw machine where you can win the lobster?
But so now there is a fine of up to $5,593 or 2,000 euros,
Oh, man.
and further
Wow.
3,000 euros in legal fees.
Exchange
So, make sure that lobster you get in Italy goes straight from the warm, nice tank to the boiling pot before you.
There you
crack
go.
it.
He tastes better that way anyhow.
I would
Fresh,
imagine.
not
so.
frozen.
Italians are doing it
Fresh,
right,
not
as
frozen.
always.
As always.
So moving on. Facebook. Here's our question also of the day. We were discussing earlier. We have childhood friends. We're older adults now. Out of the blue, we get a friend request from someone who we weren't so keen of back when we were children. Siobhan got one. Did you want to tell us the story?
Yeah, it's
to
kind of complicated, but basically a girl I met through theater in my 7th grade year. She and I were starting to become friends. She started a whole story about her family being good friends with one of the members of New Kids on the Block. And it seemed, she had all these stories to kind of back it up. And, in my mind, I thought, well, why not? They've got to have family friends. So why not? Anyway, after months, it turns out she was totally lying to me and made everything up, including the autographed photos she gave me from the band. So obviously I didn't feel I could continue a friendship with her after this. So 25 years later, here I am, and I got a friend request from her. And I just thought, why would this girl send me a friend request based on how I know her is so awkward, and just everything I know about her was a lie. We haven't had any contact in 25 years. But she sent me a friend request, and I'm like, for real? Like, no.
See, and I was just going to say, now, did you accept it or it's just sitting there?
It's just sitting there. I have not accepted or rejected it at this point.
I wish you could reject with a comment.
I know. Sometimes there are. Like, hell no. Like, what are you, crazy? Like,
No, I was
sometimes.
like, I didn't like you then. Why am I liking you now?
No, and that's the same thing. I was telling him that earlier. Like, I have people who are sitting there, and it's true. And sometimes you just can't. I don't want to say, like, I'm not overcoming. It's just a person I never cared for or didn't want to deal with it. But I was telling him a story also, to where I seen an old friend from middle school online commenting on other friends' posts and stuff. I'm like, wow, I haven't seen this kid in a long time, right? So I send him I follow him on Instagram, right? So he sends me a message. He accepts my request, then sends me a message. He's like, wow, I'm so surprised. Like, you of all people, sent me, right? It's just like you with the comment. He's like, wow, I'm so surprised. Like, you sent me an Instagram request, right? And I'm like, I wonder why. We have lots of mutual friends. I remember we were all friends in middle school. You know what he says? He's like, because you were so mean to me in middle school.
You probably were. You probably found him somehow.
I did it. And I'm just sitting there for the rest of the night. Like, wow, was I mean?
He wanted to dance with you with a dance, and you probably replied.
Yep.
That's
with
what
some
Drew
comment.
said.
Yep.
You didn't just say no.
He
You
said, hell
embarrassed
no. He said, hell no.
I wouldn't dance with you. If,
The last person on earth.
No, but have you ever got that type of
I've got
request?
that.
And you're just like, I have some sitting, and it's just like.
I speak to nobody. I went to high school.
Happy birthday, Slam!
Hey, say happy
Thank
birthday.
you. Happy birthday, Siobhan.
I
Well,
love that it says I'm 19.
I guess
It
19 is
does.
better than 91, right?
That was I love that song.
They were sold out a bunch
Oh, that
of
came out of nowhere.
Didn't it? I got out of nowhere. We just totally shot into that. So with that being said, that concludes our show for today. We want to thank everyone for listening, for viewing, for joining us. Wish Siobhan a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Siobhan. We will be back next week. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us. Remember, Susan G. Komen Foundation. We will have the information up on our website shortly. Go ahead, check them out, and make sure you're back here next week with us. Have a great week, everybody.
Happy birthday. Have a great weekend.
Aries working that stuff. Leo's working that stuff. Scorpio working that stuff. Capricorn, it's birthday. Capricorn, it's birthday. Gemini, it's...
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Hiya, this is Harley Quinn, and you're on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee!